And the seemingly reawakened war on anti-corruption efforts by state agencies, Kenya is still ranked among the world's most corrupt nations, just side by side with some of the world's failed states. And now, against this backdrop, increased public displeasure has started to inspire a section of Kenyans to rise up and mobilize fellow citizens in efforts to neuter the cancer. KTN's Francis Ontomwa captures the frustrations and aspirations of fighting graft and why this is fast attracting a blaze of publicity on Kenya.
Tucked some 6 kilometers from the city center of Nairobi, sits the largest slum in Africa, Kibera. And this is where we meet James Mahonga, a member of the Joy Resource Center, a community-based organization that champions for justice in Kibera. Today, he set to spearhead yet another anti-corruption campaign in the state. James is among a growing number of Kenyans who have made fighting graft their business.
Tunahamasisha jamii kuhusu mambo ya ufisadi na pia jinsi wanavyoweza kukaa katika kijiji katika njia iliyo nzuri, kwa sababu kijiji kimejaa mambo mengi. Poverty, mambo ya umaskini imeleta shida nyingi kwa jamii.
Most of the residents in Kibera live in extreme poverty, earning less than $1 a day. But even so, corruption has not spared the settlement.
Kama mtu anataka kujenga kibanda, kuuzia vitu, sasa inabidi atoe pesa kwa hawa. Kuna cartels yani ni sijini wa use, yani hata hawaeleweki ni watu wako na nini. Sasa inabidi lazima watoe, alafu nasikia mara wazee wa kijiji wanaitisha paka wapewe kitu yao ndio sasa uweze kupata kibali ya kujenga.
According to the 2017 Corruption Perceptions Index reported by Transparency International, Kenya is ranked 143rd least corrupt nation out of 175 countries worldwide. A blinding revelation that has put Kenya's head of state Uhuru Kenyatta at an uncomfortable situation.
Na ndipo tumesema hii mambo ya watu kuiba mali ya Wakenya, haki ya Mungu itaisha katika taifa la Kenya.
The last couple of weeks has seen the offices of the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations line up some high-profile individuals for prosecution. But even with a seemingly fresh reawakening, some Kenyans feel things are still way off beam. Some say the country's citizenry has even a bigger role to play.
Just like there is a say which says charity begins at home, corruption should start actually being fought from grassroots elections. We should practice civic education upon this from the primary level to the secondary level to the tertiary level to the old people, to the youths, so that we can enroot this vice, to enroot this disaster, to enroot this disease, because it is ailing our country.
Countless videos have been posted on the internet showing angry Kenyans helping EACC officials to arrest rogue police officers found taking bribes. It's just another manifestation that the public is increasingly getting agitated. Even some men of the cloth now feel it's time for the public to stand up. Bishop Godfrey Migwi ministers for the House of Hope Center, Nairobi.
This corruption we can finish this corruption. This giant can die if we can join hands and say enough is enough. Even if it's the president or deputy president, we are supposed to tell him direct, face to face, you are doing this and this is wrong. We are supposed to go even to the street and to say we don't want corruption. We can join hands and fight this corruption as common mwananchi.
So that is why we are here. Bishop Migwi's sentiments are closely shared by Ahadi Kenya Trust Executive Director Dr. Stanley Kamau. Kamau works closely with grassroots networks.
If we have efficiency in any particular office, you don't have to give money. You don't have to bribe. You don't have, and if you follow the law. I have been to many countries, the US, the UK. If you go to the streets, no one overlaps, no one violates the traffic rules, so you don't have to bribe anybody. So, and we don't need to keep police on the roads. Once we have proper systems in place.
James and his team say they are far from despair. No matter how little their contribution is, they say they're not relenting, putting shoulders to the wheel every day to push for a better Kenya.
The Kenyan head of state is speaking tough, and even state agencies tasked with fighting graft are seemingly unleashing their top ammunition. But in a society that has always believed that corruption has only been fought in the abstract, it might just take much more than rhetorics to win the fight. Francis Ontomwa, KTN News, Kibera, Nairobi.